Happy Halloween! Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Conversations in Wire with me, your host, James Browning. I'm a sales representative here for the Softflex Company. We are a jewelry wire manufacturer based out of Sonoma, California, and we do have a gallery. If you are ever in our area, we would love to see you stop by. So today, I'm doing something just a little bit different. I'm going to be opening our previous kit called the Great Pumpkin Kit. Looks like this. So I will be designing with that today. It's kind of off the cuff, kind of not. We do have a project that we're going to do as a surprise, and then maybe I'll make something else too. So today we are working with the Great Pumpkin Kit, so I'm very excited. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so when we send these out, we send them out in a nice little baggie to protect them, and it includes the wrapped kit. It also includes some instructions, so if you order our kits early, we need you to make sure that you don't post anything because some people like to keep it a secret. So this card explains basically how the kits work. We do have a beading group on Facebook called the Very Important Beading Group, and that is easily found. The link should be below in our set of links listed in the description. We usually release our kits on the last Wednesday, so as of the showing of this video, we just released a new kit called O Tannenbaum. So that is available, but once you receive that, please remember to not post any pictures of the contents so that you don't ruin the surprise for anybody who is waiting for their kit still. The other thing that it includes is a list of stuff, so I'm not going to show that for very long. Plus, we also have a $5 off coupon that's included. So let's go ahead and take a peek. I love the little sticker, he's so cute. All right. Always keep those strings that we keep on there for future projects. That's always fun. And each of these kits are hand-filled and hand-wrapped, so we have a very small little team, and each of us really takes pride in making sure that we get the best kits out to you. So, looks like this kit is orange and black, which is great because I love orange and black. Halloween is my favorite holiday ever. So let's see what we got. All right. So all of our kits will include soft flex of some sort, 10-foot spool. This is the black onyx. It is the medium width 019. So our most common and most useful, I think, wire. This kit also includes some seed beads. Looks like we've got some clear bugle beads and some black seed beads. We've got some orange, looks like these are check glass, and kind of diamond shapes. We've got some black rounds. We've got some, these are like top drilled little pairs. Well, not even pairs, they're like top drilled rounds. Those are kind of cool. And then we have a bag of itty bitty, let's see what it says, 4mm bicones in like kind of a smoky quartz. So that's pretty. And then we've got something in this bag. What do we have? We've got 3 pumpkins, and these are actually, I believe they're pre-World War II. Yeah, pre-World War II vintage glass buttons. So these are really cool. These make great ends for like wrap bracelets. And then all of our kits will include findings. There are 20 sterling silver crimps in 2x2, which is the size that we want to use for our medium wire. And then we also have, let me take this apart here. Okay, so we got our crimps. And then in our finding bag, we have 2 Halloween charms. I have bats, which are my favorite ever, so that was a good draw for me. And then we have 4 ear wires and a silver-plated lobster claw. So you can make many, many pieces of jewelry with our kits here. Because not all bracelets or necklaces need a clasp, but we can make at least 1 necklace and 2 pairs of earrings with everything that's in here, just with the findings alone. But we have so many more options. The final thing, well, actually, there's 2 more things. Silver Silk is one of our favorite companies to work with, and they sent us some orange capture chain to use in our kit here, and also a pair of these are findings that will clamp onto the ends of the capture chain. And capture chain is this beautiful woven chain that has ball chain in the middle. So this is orange with silver on the inside. He has tons of colors on his site, silversilkandmore.com. I'm sorry, his website is silversilkonline.com. His company is called Silver Silk and More, so I apologize. So there's silver silk in there, which will be fun to work with. And then finally, our Jesse James beads component. They make a set of beads for us in every kit, specially curated to match the design that we come up with for each of our kits. So this one, we told them it was going to be the Great Pumpkin, and so they sent us this giant bead. Look at that. How fun is that? And then we've got a couple of little swirly beads, some fun tassels. Oh my goodness, look at this pumpkin witch. That's so cute. Oh my goodness. Oh, and there's 2. You can make earrings. In fact, I can make Batty pumpkin earrings. I might just make 2 sets of those. That's fun. We've got some really cool little stars and some, this is cool. This looks like a little glass globe with some little round balls in it. It's really light, so that'd be fun for like a pendant or an addition. So we've got a great selection of stuff to work with from Jesse James Beads. So let's go ahead and kind of move this stuff out of the way, because today we're going to make something a little different. I'm going to show you how to make a Christmas spider. I know it's Halloween, but I made a previous spider in another video and people really dug it, so I'm going to make a different one to kind of show that there are different options. So, and I'm going to try and use the stuff that's in this kit. So let's see. So what you're going to need is some bugle beads for the legs. You're going to need some craft wire. I have some non-tarnished copper here because it's going to go good with the oranges in the kit. And it's going to show through the clear, so that'll be fun. If you have head pins, you can use those. I'm going to make a head pin out of the wire, so that will be okay. And then you need a bead for the body and a bead for the head. I think that would work. Let's make that. Okay. So I'm going to just get some nippers out here. And I'm just going to take all of these off. Hopefully I have enough. We'll make short legs just to make sure. And then I'm also going to use these beads to kind of give it a little bit of some extra color. And then some seed beads to give some more extra color, because this is going to be fun. You know what? Let's make its pumpkin. Let's make it like this. So it'll be like a pumpkin spider. Jack-a-spider, spider lantern. You can make up whatever name you want. All right, so I'm gonna get these out of the way here. So the first step is to start getting your wire cut. We're going to cut 4, let's say 8-inch. I don't have a ruler here, but I would say probably 8 inches perfect. So we'll make this long, and then just use that length for the rest of your legs. And I'm using 22 gauge. Depending upon the size of your beads, you could probably go up in gauge, so that's a thicker wire. So if you wanted to use 20, you could. But 22 is a pretty standard gauge that goes through most beads, so it should be fine to use that if you have it. Okay. So then we also need one more piece of wire to make our head pin. Now, if you have head pins, this is much easier, but you don't need very much. So like 3 inches is fine. You don't need more than that. So because I like neat work, I'm going to get out some pliers. These are round nose. You will need round nose for your project because we have to make some loops. But I'm just going to use my nylon jaw tools to straighten out the wire so that it's nice and neat, because it's easier to string beads on nice and neat wire. So if you don't have a pair of nylon jaw tools, go ahead and pick some up at our website, which is www.softflexcompany.com. And the actual link for our tools are generally found in our description, so feel free to scroll down. Okay, so the legs are done. Let's straighten out this for the body. Okay. Alright, so the first step is to put a stopper on your leg so your beads don't slide off. So you make a little foot. I'm just going to put my wire, you can use any part of this. If you have the loop right tool, you can choose a size so that all of your feet are the same size. In fact, let's do that. I'm just going to use the end here. This is the 2mm mark. Actually, I'm going to flip this over because it's easier to turn away from you. And I'm just going to roll my pliers until I have a foot. And I bend it back so that it's nice and straight there. So basically I just made an eye pin. And if you want to shorten your work time, go ahead and create the rest of your first feet. And last one. All right. So now we're going to make a pattern. We're going to do one black bead at the bottom, and then I'm going to put on 3 bugle beads. And there is a little bump where I was holding onto the wire, and that is causing the beads to kind of squish a little or not go on very easily. So just watch when you're making your wire nice and straight. So I've got black bead, 3 bugle beads, a seed bead, and then I'm going to put one of these orange ones on, and another black one, and then 3 more seed beads. Another black seed bead, and another orange one. And then 3 more, making 3 sections to my leg. Now, once you get through with this, this is where you may want to double check and make sure you've got the right length of leg, because this should be halfway through your wire. And if it is too long, if it's more than halfway, then you can adjust the bugles. I'm going to take out a bugle. So there's just going to be 2 bugles and that. But if you want longer legs, this is kind of the standard, then you would cut longer wire, so maybe 10 inches instead of 8. So let's just put this down again and restring. Maybe. Stringing beads is very relaxing, I think, unless you mess up and you have to redo it, and then it's not quite as relaxing. But that's the cool thing about beading, is that you can start over. You're not stuck unless you're doing like peyote stitch or something. Then that's not so fun to take out. If you have a favorite beading style, I would love to hear about it. Leave me a comment in the section below about what kind of beading you like to do, whether it's peyote stitch, bead stringing, bead weaving, like on a loom. I'd love to see what everybody else is doing. Okay, so there is one leg. Now I'm going to pause this and then get the rest of these legs done, and we'll move on to the next step. All right? Be right back. Okay, so I now have 4 legs that have been strung, and we're just going to keep them nice and neat. The next step is kind of tricky. There's so many different ways to make these spiders. So if you do a search on Pinterest or Google, you will probably come up with tons of different ones. The first thing I'm going to do is double check my feet to make sure that they're functioning right. This one looks like it may need to be tightened up. So let me just do that really quick, because I don't want the seed bead to get tucked down in there. So I'm just going to roll that in a little closer. There, so that should be fine. And just straighten it out by hand. All right, so like I was saying, there are many ways to do this next part, but I found the most secure way so that your legs don't fling all over the place is to twist this whole bunch together close to these beads here. So I'm going to take my nylon jaw tools and grab the hank on this side to hold on to it. And then I'm just going to take my other hand and twist them together. I want to do like maybe 2 to 3 twists, just so that everybody's together and I'm not making too much of a waste, because this basically is becoming part of the middle of your spider. Okay, so let's put our legs down for a second and start our body. So I'm going to make another eye pin, because that is the way, if you don't have a head pin, that's the way we're going to do this. But I'm going to make a bigger loop here because I may want to attach this to a necklace or something. So this will be the tail end. And I'm going to add a seed bead first, and then I'm going to add the big bead. And I'm going to add another seed bead, just to kind of give it a little extra look and to maybe tie it into my legs a little bit better. And what I'm going to do, this is kind of the tricky part, I'm just going to try and squirrel my eye pin through the holes here. There's a good one right there. Because I want this to be part of that twist. And I'm going to grab it again. And I'm going to give it a twist again on this side. So now the body is kind of trapped in there as part of it. Other people have taken each individual leg and looped them around, and you certainly can do that. That is definitely an option. I'm going to try and get this loop wrapped just a little tighter so that the bead strand doesn't move so much. Okay, that's better, I guess. We'll see. All right, now I'm going to add a little bead that I found in the Jesse James mix. And then this will be the head. And one more bead. Like that. And then I'm going to cut off the excess here, because I'm going to make, you know what, let's make a wrapped loop. That might help tighten this up. Okay, so we're going to bend our wire right next to that bead. And then we're going to come up, down, turn, and come out to the side. And we can remove those. And we can hold on to our project like so and just wrap our wire around. It looks like we can get 2 wraps in. That should be fine. Oh no, there's room. Oh no, there's not. See what happened? I pushed it down too hard. And I opened up this little one down here. So let's close this up. Okay. There we go. All right, snip, snip to get the excess off. Okay. And then take your pliers and smooth down that end so it's not poking out. No pokey outy bits. Okay. So now we're just going to do the exact same pattern on the other side, but we're going to start from this side. So that means 1 bead. Actually, I'm going to unwrap this a little. I apologize for the noise in the background. Apparently, somebody has decided to do some leaf blowing. That's always fun. We had a huge windstorm last weekend, and I think we're all still recovering from it, so that's probably why he's blowing right outside my window at this very moment. So I apologize for that, but we are almost done. Okay. So we've got one seed bead, two bugles, one seed bead, a bigger bead. I use these bigger beads kind of like knees or something, or knuckles. It adds a little bit dimension to your spider legs. Kind of makes them more interesting to look at, I think. But you could, if you just had bugle beads, you could totally just do that. But luckily, everything I'm using in this spider is in the kit. So if you've got this kit, you can make this spider. Okay, so we've got, you can double check on the other side. We've got 1, 2, 3 sections. 1, 2, 3 sections. Okay, so now we let's cut off some excess here, and then just close it off as an eye pin. And you are good to go. So let me finish up these legs off camera and I will be right back. Okay, so I've got all 4 legs done. I'm sorry, all 8 legs, because this is a spider. So that is what you should look like right now, just kind of all flat and spread out. All legs should be the same and the same on both sides. Now, the way that we have made our spider kind of leaves the middle a little wobbly. So what I have been doing is kind of pushing up the head and the body a little bit, and that kind of grabs onto the legs a little so it doesn't move so much. And then the next step to make your spiders look cool is to bend them up at the middle like that. And then you take each wire at the big bead and you just bend it down. Now you can take a second bend at this little one down here, maybe not quite as much, just to kind of give your spiders a little bit more of a 3D leg look. And then you just fiddle with it until you are happy with the way that it looks. Because you know how I feel about fiddling. That's all I do. So there you have it. Christmas style spider made with our Halloween kit. Okay, and I made another one recently. This is like a daddy long legs that I made. And I made this with our Jesse James strand that they made specifically to go with our Great Pumpkin kit. This is the Great Pumpkin bead strand. So, I mean, it's got some great beads to make spider bodies out of. So, there you have it. The Great Pumpkin Design Challenge Kit, full of tons and tons of fun things, including silver silk, which is a really fun thing to play with, and a great mix of Jesse James beads. So, unfortunately, this kit has sold out, but our next kit, the O Tannenbaum, is available, and it's got a great mix of stuff just like this, but not the same. because all of our kits are different, but they're going to have the same ability to make multiple pieces of jewelry out of one bag. So check out the links below and grab one of your kits today because they are very limited. We only have about 80 kits, I believe, so they go really fast. Let me know in the comments below if there is anything about Halloween or that you especially like, or if there is a jewelry project during Halloween that you really like to make, like pumpkin themed necklaces or bat themed bracelets or something like that. I would love to see your pieces. If you're not part of our very important beater group on Facebook, if you're a Facebooker, please feel free to sign up. We'd love to see your stuff. So once again, thanks for joining me today and have a happy Halloween. Bye bye.